welcome to Intermissions, your backstage pass to On the Air with Florenza. You'll experience bloopers, outtakes, surprises, and all the laughter in between. Intermissions is unscripted, unfiltered, and undeniably Florenza. So put your hands together to welcome today's guest to the show. Thank you so much, Eve, for joining me on this episode of On the Air with Florenza, where in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about your amazing mystery novel, A Novel Murder. And I love that cover. It's kind of like a throwback.
Thank you. Yeah.
To some really cool days of murder mystery. But before we get started, as is my tradition, we're going to toast to an amazing show. And I have a little, oof, that smells so good. If you're not familiar with brandy, I think it's a brandy, it might be a whiskey. I don't know, it's brown and good by a young lady, but she calls it Uncle Nearest. So if you're not familiar with Uncle Nearest, let me tell you, get you a bottle, it'll be your best friend.
I'm going to check that out. If I knew you were on the brandy, I might have cracked out something stronger.
What do you have with you?
I have a little glass of red wine, some Primitivo.
Ooh,
It's not really the weather for it. It's really hot here, but it was open and it's the end of the day here, so
nice. I love that glass.
I was given this yesterday. So I've just got married. My friend gave me this as a wedding present, and they're like 1920s glasses that she found on holiday. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks for having
Ooh.
me.
Oh, that's so old.
After this podcast, I'm going to look up what you're drinking and order myself a bottle because that's the reaction I want.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Oh,
In my antique little sniffer that I got, and I think I got these in
gorgeous.
East Berlin before the wall came down.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a whole set, and this is hand etched, I believe. And
I love that.
go, thank
I
you.
love old glasses. I'm obsessed with them. I collect them, but I do also smash quite a lot of stuff. I'm quite clumsy, so I kind of think I shouldn't be allowed to have them, but I love them so much. It's just I've just accepted it. It's part of life. I just have to keep buying.
Before you gave that little alibi, I was thinking I would box up because my daughters are not interested in any of my antiques. I would have boxed you up a
Oh.
gorgeous set to send to you for like a wedding gift, and we still may chat offline. And look, if you smash them, they'll do you just as good as they would do my daughters who don't want them. So
I try and keep the really good stuff away from guests. Things get smashed when I have a party, and then all my glasses I just see them like tragically falling like soldiers all over. But
do you have any Greek in you to where y'all just smashing it going, Opa?
I wish I had that excuse.
So I have some great true or false questions for you that's going to be used for this part of our show called Intermissions. And I'm not going to lie, and I can't even blame it on the alcohol. I have been sucking at getting these right. Like I just interviewed Sally Smith, and thank God I got like three right, but that still sucks. So,
Good
like
luck.
Eve, I'm shooting for two.
Okay.
Okay, just listen. That's what I'm. But these are some good questions if I'm getting stumped. So, are you ready? They're true or false?
I'm ready.
Okay, true or false? You once outlined an entire novel on a cocktail napkin and accidentally threw it away. See, that's a great question. I can see you already being someone to throw something away accidentally, but I don't know if it would be like an entire outline. It may be like parts of an outline. So I'm going to say, as girl, listen to me talk about this like I got money on it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say, as it's written, the answer is false.
Correct. That is false.
Did you ever write anything on a cocktail napkin and throw it away?
Nothing good. I write ideas down all the time, and especially if it's a napkin, I might be in a bar and I've had a few drinks and it seems like genius at the time. And then you sort of see it the next day and it's just like complete garbage, like just garbled nonsense. So anything I write on a napkin, it's not worth keeping.
That's when you want to buy whatever it is that you were drinking, because if at the time it made you a genius, girl,
Yeah.
invest in a company. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Okay, true or false? The idea for a novel murder came to you during a writing retreat that went very wrong. Ooh, okay, I'm just going to say true, but if it's false, that really needs to be the basis of a new book.
Um, g- True and false.
Okay,
It came to me during a writing. Oh, did you say retreat or did you say festival? You said retreat. Okay,
retreat, yes.
false. False then. That
Okay.
is not
Oh,
correct.
so, but where did it come from? Were you somewhere?
A book festival. So a crime, it's set at a crime writing festival. And that's
Ooh,
where I came up with the idea when I was at one.
perfect. Okay, true or false? You refuse to kill off a character unless they personally annoyed you. Oh, that should be true. I'm just going to go on a limb.
You're saying true. Um, is it true? I didn't know that that was, I don't consciously think that's true, but now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that might actually deep down be true. You've just taught me something about myself.
Girl, it's the Uncle Nearest.
This is like therapy. This is great. Can I come every week?
Yes. Okay, true or false? Oh, ooh, this is a great question. You collect vintage typewriters, but do all of your actual writing on a laptop. You look like you would love vintage typewriters. Like, and if you were into like paranormal, your typewriters would come with ghosts and all kinds of cool stuff. But I'm going to say false.
Yeah, I have one vintage typewriter, but that's not a collection. So you're right. And of
Okay.
course, I write on a laptop. Imagine writing a whole book on a typewriter. I
It
would definitely lose all the pages. And
it would never get done. And then the last one, true or false, a real life person inspired your villain, but you'll never, ever, ever, no matter how many of these you drink, say who. And I'm going to say that's true.
a lot of the characters, including the villain, are inspired by old colleagues, etc. Um, but it's false because if I have enough drinks, I will definitely tell you
Love it.
who.
And this wraps up our episode of Intermissions, your backstage pass to On the Air with Florenza. Be sure to check out the full interview for this author as well as others on Florenza's podcast, On the Air with Florenza. And until next time, cheers.